Hey, how you doing? Come on, keep clapping, please. I need this enthusiasm in my life. I'm sorry I looked at you like that. It looked like you were flossing your teeth. I'm like, you couldn't pick a worse time, like being introduced to the stage. This is the first time I ever performed with a silver microphone. It looked like I'm doing karaoke tonight. You guys ready to party? If you haven't laughed yet, you should leave, because this is the best that I can do for what I'm getting paid. I'm glad to be out the house. I am. I just got a home job, and it's weird, because I like being out and about, but now I'm in the house just doing stuff, and everybody's going crazy because I'm watching stuff on Zoom. I'm doing a lot of Zoom stuff. Anybody doing Zoom stuff? It's weird, right? Because people don't remember that they're on Zoom. They don't know what's behind them. I was talking to my nephew the other day, and my sister came in the room, and she wasn't done putting on her clothes. I said, oh no. That's very uncomfortable. You laughing, he's still processing it. The look in your face is priceless. I don't know if you all know this or not, but this show will be streamed across the world. Millions of people will see it. So because I haven't traveled in a very long time and my family is watching this, I will use some of this camera time to say hello to some of them and talk about a few of you, okay? And I don't mean you, I mean my family. Since you won't answer my calls, you will see this on the internet, and I'm sending you a link, Aunt Vicky. She's selling her house, and I asked to buy the house at a decent price, and she wants to sell it to somebody who's not in our bloodline, so I hope you fall down a small flight of stairs, Aunt Vicky. I get to the jokes in a minute. I'm serious about this. I got a lot of family. I'm from St. Louis, okay? And I did Dry Bar a few years ago in a production company, Kaleidoscope Pictures. They're a wonderful company. They hired me, and now I'm one of the new cast members on Studio C. All right. Thank you very much. Yes. So when you watch Studio C and you see these crazy sketches, they say, I was at the show and that idiot was on stage. That's me. Yeah, so I moved here, and I don't get to see my family now because I'm stuck. No, not stuck in a bad way, you know. Well, I can't say not totally a bad way, though. I've dealt with some stuff since I've been here. Like, I feel like the only black person in town, okay? Let me just tell you that. Like a mascot, okay? I caused 2 accidents. They couldn't stop looking at me. Do you know Carl Malone? And I don't watch sports, so I was like, who is Carl Malone? I don't. I hate sports. I got a couple of family members. They will watch sports all day, every day, and I can appreciate sports, the work ethic that goes into it and everything, but I'm like, they're on TV making money. I need to be out making money. I don't have time to watch somebody win or lose. That's crazy. Aunt Vicky. And I love her, because she was my favorite aunt. I'm going to tell you this, Aunt Vicky, you were my favorite aunt. She was so nice, she's pretty, she's polite, she could cook, and the nice ones always die early. The mean ones last forever, amen? You know what I'm talking about. I have an aunt, and because of the rest of my family, I won't say her name on camera, but this lady is mean. When I tell you mean, I mean mean. Like, she walks around with a dark cloud over her head. Matter of fact, there's 2 of them. I won't talk about you either, Aunt. Oh, I'm sending them the link. I'm serious. I was a little boy. Thank you, sir, for that random laugh. The laugh of familiarity. He tried to clear his throat, but he tell the story. I was about 5 or 6 years old, and my mother used to always take me to church. I'll get back to that in a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not from here. I already said that. I'm not a heathen, and I don't have that written across my head. Stop coming up to me asking me if I know Jesus, like you know him better than me. Okay. I'm just being honest. Were you yawning? Okay, anyway. Okay. Was it a good sign?
Yeah.
All right, I'm leaving you alone. I'm doing a taping. I don't know if they can edit your sigh. Did you hear that sigh, sir? Like we're on an episode of Scooby-Doo. Zoinks! Like Scoob, did you hear her sigh? Anyway, I'm sorry, I have ADD. I was about 5 years old. I was in a different room, and my mother was sitting in a room with my aunt, who I don't like, but her name starts with an A. And I walked into the room, and they were having a conversation, and my aunt turned around and looked at me, and she said, "Speak of the devil." I didn't know what that meant at the time. But my mother always told me that the devil was very bad. It's an evil person. It's not good. So when I walk in the room and she points at me and says, "Speak of the devil," she made me think I was the devil. And I felt bad. And when she left, I told my mother, I said, you know, she didn't have to say that about me. And she called me the devil. And my mother said, "Don't worry about it." I said, "No, Mom, you said the devil was bad." And she told me about hell and everything. She said, "Don't worry about it." I said, "That's not good." And every time I saw my aunt out there, she would give me this scowl. She looked at me very crazily, right? I couldn't stand that lady. And I thought about that every time I saw her. And my oldest sister got married, and I went to the wedding. Obviously, I'm her little brother. And my aunt came to the wedding, and everybody started dancing. And I was a little kid, and I didn't know how to dance. So I did the only dance that I knew how to do. It was the curly shuffle. You laughed because you know who Curly is. He's one of the Three Stooges. And he used to do this dance like this. He would kick his feet back 3 times and go, whoop, 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 whoop. That's the only dance I knew how to do. And I did that dance, and I kicked my aunt. And she acted like she got shot. She fell down. Ah! She's screaming all over the place. She grabbing her ankle and hopping and everything. I'm sorry. I apologized a bunch of times. The wedding was over. Days went by, weeks went by. I sent her a card. I apologized, and she never got over it. She came to my grandparents' anniversary dinner, and I was standing there waiting on my hamburger. My grandmother makes the best hamburgers on the planet. I don't know if she seasoned them with grace and mercy or love, but they taste so delicious. My grandmother is a fantastic person, and she stacked that burger, and it was my burger. I made my bun. You know, you ever had a homemade burger? You make the bun the way you like it, Miracle Whip, pickles and onions, mustard and all of the works, potato chips on the side. I had the plate ready, and my aunt came in the kitchen, and she was a little chubby, so she waddled in there, and she grabbed my piece of beef out of the skillet with a fork, and she put it on the bun that I built, and she mashed it together, and she took a bite out of it. She was smacking them big greasy lips. And I was looking at her like, no! And she took another bite. And she started having a heart attack. That's very cruel of you all to laugh, but I appreciate it. because I had never seen a heart attack. I didn't know what a heart attack was. But I knew she was in trouble. And she bit my hamburger, so I started getting joy out of her having a heart attack. I didn't know what was wrong. And the hamburger was so good, she kept chewing it while she was having a heart attack. She going down. And I was going, I laughed until she dropped to the floor. And she dropped the hamburger, and I ran over and I grabbed it and I put it back together and I took a bite out of it and I looked at her right in her eyes and I said, speak of the devil. She's still alive to this day. She won't die. I don't know what it is about mean aunties and grandparents. They just won't die. She's still alive. And she's in a nursing home, and every time I go to St. Louis, I go visit her at that nursing home, and I take her a hamburger. Even though I know she can't eat it, I just eat it in front of her. Like I'm doing a commercial. How would you like the new Speak of the Devil burger? I've been here for a while, and this is strange, but I love Halloween because I love how excited you are. I'm seeing grown people dress up in advance. Seriously, like you're too stoked about this holiday. Seriously, you know, my favorite thing about Halloween, anybody in here over 30 by round of applause? Anybody? Okay, all right. Remember Charlie Brown? That was my favorite part of Halloween. Because Charlie Brown wasn't the average cartoon character. Charlie Brown was a certified hustler. He had DVDs and all kind of tapes coming out. Every holiday he had something coming out. He had Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown. Happy Easter, Charlie Brown. It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. I was thinking if Charlie Brown was a brother, those titles would be totally different. You laughing because you know what I'm talking about. They'd be like, get a job, Charlie Brown. You had a right to remain silent, Charlie Brown. Who's this chick number in your pocket, Charlie Brown? Your parole officer called, Charlie Brown. It's okay, you can laugh, it's cool. I was thinking, like, wouldn't it be funny? Like, you remember how Lucy used to put down the football and he get ready to kick it and she'd move it and he'd miss and fall on his butt? I used to always think, like, wouldn't it be funny if she put down the football and he get ready to kick it and she'd move it and he'd kick her in the stomach? I see everybody didn't laugh at that. Yeah. It's funny when she does it to him. If he does it to her, it's wrong. He get fussed at by the teacher and walk, 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 walk. I'm pressing charges, Charlie Brown. Okay, this is not the climate to do that in. I apologize. I love Halloween. Besides that, the other thing I like about Halloween is like the scary movies. I love scary movies. Anybody else in here by round of applause? You like that? Okay. It moves me. I like to be afraid. By myself, just shivering. You don't see black men shivering. Unless the police are behind us. Oh my goodness. I like watching scary movies. They gotta be good scary movies though, not dumb scary movies. Like I like the scary movies when it's a haunted house and the house always talks to you, right? That's always the theme of the movie. I remember when I was watching Amityville Horror. That's a scary movie. For those of you who haven't seen that movie, Amityville Horror, is the house is haunted and it talks to you. I watched that movie when I was about 5 or 6 years old, and the house is, get out. I saw you look up. If the house didn't think you heard it the first time, it would reiterate, get out. You get up out of there. I watched that movie at a time in my life where I wasn't supposed to be watching. I was always thinking to myself, since the house could talk, what if the house had like a speech impediment? Wouldn't that be funny? You sitting in the kitchen making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and the house is... Hey, man, I know what you're trying to say. I'm leaving. Thank you for laughing at that. I appreciate it. I like anybody. I just love being out the house right now, okay? Seriously, I just miss going places. This is, the whole world is upside down. I miss cruising. I used to perform on cruise ships. Man, have you ever been on a cruise? Oh my goodness, you gotta go. It's so fun to judge people. Seriously, I'm looking at people like, you knew you were going on a cruise. You could have got your toes done, but no. I saw some toes that I will never forget in my life. They are stained in my brain. I've seen hawk's feet. Just pick up a shark out of the ocean. I was in shock. I was on my way to the buffet one day, and I did a double take. Whoa, look at those toes over there. Hideous. This one lady, I don't know what was wrong with her feet. And men too. Like, fellas, it's okay to get your toes done. I don't know if somebody told you that you can't get your toes done because you're a man. It's not a bad thing to get your toes done as a man. Just look at it as if you're taking care of your health. Because it's a health thing. Like, it's like if you don't get your teeth done right, you can have a heart attack. Seriously, like you laughing, but seriously, like if your gums bleed, it can get in your bloodstream and it can mess up your organs and all kinds of stuff. So get your toes done. And I was going to get some fries, and I was walking by the pool and I saw some black toenails. I didn't mean to scream out loud, but black toenails, yup. Speak of the devil. Black toenails. Your toenails should never look like turtle heads. I wanted to feed them lettuce. Just throw the lettuce. Yeah, just throw it out there to them. You don't even have to say anything. You just disrespect them with some lettuce. There you go. It's weird, man. I miss cruising so much. Not everything about cruising, because like they paid me to come on as an entertainer, and I was sitting in the jacuzzi. Like that's one of the benefits. I can eat anything the guests ate on the ship, and I can go anywhere I wanted to go, but it wasn't always a good time because I still had to learn the ropes. I get on the ship early, and I get to get in the jacuzzi. That's one of the benefits. Sit in the jacuzzi. My show not till 11 o'clock at night. So at 11 o'clock in the morning, I'm sitting in the jacuzzi. I fall asleep. I'm sleeping. I've been traveling all day. I'm tired. I get in the shower as soon as I get on a cruise ship, unpack a few things, swim trunks, take a shower, get in the jacuzzi. I fall asleep. It's a kid in there. He having the time of his life. I don't know if it's his first cruise or his 13th cruise. He's just... and I'm asleep. I wake up, somebody laughing. I want to know what's so funny. I look right over at him, and he having the time of his life. And I said, man, what's so funny? And he said, I'm peeing. I was so mad at that chump. I think I was dry by the time I got back to my cabin. I wanted to punch him in the top of his head. Because if you hit somebody in the top of their head, you don't leave prints. I like the way you all process that. Like, yeah, I could do that. I might be able to get away with that. I miss cruising so much, man. Miss traveling. I miss my family. I miss my nieces and nephews. But it's nice here in Provo. I've been here for a while. And you all a little too excited about Halloween, I will say that. I'm serious. Everybody where I live, everybody got a pumpkin on the front. Just carving out the pumpkin. That's stupid. It is. Like, black people don't do that. It's not because we're not creative, but we take a pumpkin and we make pumpkin pie. You just gonna carve up the pumpkin and let it go to waste? What's wrong with you? You're privileged. Don't feel shame. I saw your eyes. Oh, yeah, you know you're privileged. Just wake up happy. And jogging around town. I've never seen so many joggers in my life. I'm an early bird. I got sleep apnea, sleep deprivation. I can't sleep. I wake up 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning sometimes, and I walk the dog. And it don't matter what time I wake up, y'all just... I'm at Smith's. 2 o'clock in the morning. I said, these people are crazy. Who's smiling at 2 o'clock in the morning? How you doing? Where you from? Shut up! It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, where you from? This is bananas. But I like it here. It's all right. Because I get asked questions like you care. Where you from? You don't care where I'm from. You just want to know what I'm here for. Seriously, I had a woman come up to me. She said, how long are you here? I'm like, what? You waiting on me to leave? How long are you here? I was like, that's the most polite, rudest thing I've ever heard in my life. You scaring me, sir. I don't know if he's laughing or not. He just got his arms folded like, yeah. I'm waiting on you, buddy. I was here doing the protest, too. People protesting and stuff. I said, look at these protesters. I'm trying to go to the grocery store, and they protesting Black Lives Matter, and nobody's black. I just let down my window. I said, thank you. I got stranded in Orem the other day. I don't know. I left my car in the wrong mode. You know how you turn the ignition, and I was charging my phone. I was sitting at a park talking on the phone with my mother, and she missed me, and it took a couple of hours. We were talking about everything, and it did. And my car wouldn't start. I was, man, I'm stranded. But I had to get back home, and I had to get a ride. And the guy was past me. He saw me having trouble with my car. He said, I'll give you a ride. I was like, but you on a scooter. But I needed to get home. It was the most uncomfortable ride in my life. Sitting on the back of another man's motorcycle, just hitting bumps. Had to hold him around his midsection like, this dude got abs. I had to get off the moped and, thank you. I should have walked, man. I should have got an Uber. Thank you for appreciating that. Stop coughing. Keep that to yourself. I'm a germaphobe. You can rob somebody with a cough these days. How you doing? What's wrong with you? Give me the money. You know what I'm talking about. You gotta hold your coughs in. a witness over there. This is my favorite side of the audience right here. They laughing all the way. I heard somebody on that side say, "Oh man, that's funny right there. That's funny." That's when you know you hit a nerve, when somebody say, "Oh man." That was my favorite thing to say growing up. You didn't care about anything going on. You just said, "Oh man." It could be good or bad. "Oh man." Get off your phone, ma'am. Please, if you could.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know you're sorry, but get off your phone. She got her kids in the car. "Mommy will be out in a minute. I'm on a date. Trying to get you a new dad." I'm in the middle of a joke, ma'am. I'm at work. I can't come to your job knocking your fries out the hand. You just put them fries down. You gonna overcook them. I'm just serious. I can't tell if you laughing or crying. Everybody in the room look like a surgeon right now. It's your appendix, right? One more person I want to shout out to on the camera, because I know everybody's watching this all across the world. I got a cousin, man. I got cousins, man, friends. I got a cousin named Omar. What's up, Omar? I hope you're watching this. I haven't seen him in years. He's a nomad. Omar just pops up out of nowhere. Anybody got cousins like that? Family members? They just disappear and you just happy that they're alive when they show up. That's my cousin Omar. Him and my friend Tommy. We call him Little Tommy. He's Italian. He grew up in my neighborhood and he's like family. We were sitting on the couch one night and we were watching this movie called Set It Off. It's a movie about females robbing banks. 4 females, Queen Latifah, Jada Pinkett, and a couple other females, and they robbing banks, and they keep getting away with it. And Tommy is the only Italian in our neighborhood. And Tommy thought it would be a good idea to do the same thing that they were doing in the movies. He said, "We can do that." I said, "No, we can't." And he said, "Yes, we can." I said, "You must have a mouse in your pocket." "I'm not doing that." He said, "Man, we can get away with it." I said, "You on your own." And Tommy did it. He watched the whole movie, and Tommy used to get inebriated. You know, he used to smoke a little bit, he used to drink a little bit, and that's not a good thing to do because it can mess up your thinking. And Tommy, he didn't go to a bank, but he went to the corner store, and he walked in the corner store, and he reached under his shirt, pulled out the gun, and pointed at the lady, and he said, "Hey, give me the money!" And the cashier gave him everything, but he didn't see the security guard when he walked in the store. And she pointed the gun at his head, and while he was pointing the gun at the cashier, she put it to his head, and she said, "Freeze!" And he froze up, and he dropped everything, and she grabbed him, and she handcuffed him. And he was so inebriated, all he could say was, "Oh, man." Y'all laughed right away. I thought it was funny, too. My whole family went to court for the arraignment. We went back 2 and 3 times. They had a bunch of different court dates. I was sitting up there with some popcorn. I was sneaking my popcorn. I said, "I gotta see this." And they played the tapes back in court. Anybody ever been to court? You been to court? Okay. You know, when they play the tapes back in court, they don't play them back in real time. They play them back pixelated. Like, it was so funny because every time they played the tapes back, everybody in the courtroom said, "Oh, man," at the same time. And when they showed them, they didn't move in real time like I'm moving like this. They showed, when he pulled off the robbery, it looked like this. all the way home. Thank you all. I'm Arvin Mitchell. God bless you. Good night. Hey, this is Arvin Mitchell. As you know, you just watched my comedy special. I appreciate your time. And if you would be so kind, if you have it in your heart to leave a tip, you know, I know you got something in your junk drawer or, you know, just a little money laying around. I know you got money because you're doing well for yourself. Spread the love.